Yo, what's up everybody? How's it going? Today we are playing Castle Fight 2, which was created by this person. And it is just an updated version of Castle Fight. Castle Fight is a bit of a classic game mode. It's been in Dota 2, it's been in StarCraft, it's been in Warcraft, it's been all over the place. And I've always liked it, I've always thought it was fun, and I thought we could have some fun with it together and kind of revisit what it's about. So that's what we're doing today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and let's get right into it. So here we are. We have a bunch of different classes that we can choose from, a bunch of different characters here. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of click random so we get to see what's going on. We're playing Night Elf Builder. So we have a bunch of structures here, don't worry, I'll explain it in a second, but we need to get started quickly because whoever gets started fastest gets a bonus. And we wanna get that bonus, right? And there we go, build, sick. All right, so you can see the first player gets 20 extra gold. You know, we gotta be quick to make sure we get that bonus. So how does this game work? Well, it's Castle Fight, it's Nexus Wars. It is For the King Beacon Fire. There have been lots of iterations of this style of game mode over the years, and this is just kind of one more of them. But it's fun. It's always been a fun mode, so I'm looking forward to playing it a bunch. We have built a building. This building will build units for us. You can see we're building a Huntress, which is this Mirana here. These units will then walk down this middle path and attack our opponent. We can't really do anything specific with the units. They'll just do their own thing. And when the units run into an opponent, they will go and fight them. We can upgrade our units by upgrading these buildings. So you can see now I have a higher level Hunter's Hole, and I've got a Ranger's Hole, which will train a Ranger instead of a Hunter. And we can upgrade that into an Amazon's Hole as well, if we want to. That would be a really early legendary upgrade, which we only get one of. We can use a cheese to build legendary buildings. Oh, hello there, that's a flying unit already. Flying units are a little spooky because you need ranged attacks or flying attacks to be able to deal with them. Melee units cannot attack flying units. But anyway, so that's kind of like how that goes. It's fairly straightforward. For every building that we have built, we gain gold. And not just like one time, but we gain income, interest. That's what it's called here. So you can see we get 5 gold by default, and then for every building that we have built or upgraded, we get a little bit more passive gold. So currently I get 22 gold every time this, happens here. And then I can build other buildings. There's a whole variety of buildings, right? Hunter's Hole, Moonshrine, House of Shadows, Pillaged Hut, Fountain of Wonders, Night Elf Siege Factory. We can build a bunch of stuff. Now coming in here, I'll build something called a Blast Staff. This is a little item that we equip on our hero, which is this, or on our builder, I suppose, on our Vengeful Spirit here. And it makes it so that we attack things nearby. It's very powerful, actually. It's quite a lot of damage. 40 a second, it's quite strong. Like, not a lot of units deal that much damage per second. And as we are doing this damage, we can kind of keep our opponents from breaking into our base. The downside with that is that we don't get income for building this, which is a little unfortunate, but that's okay. I think it's just kind of like good to kind of have a defensive measure here, right? We don't want our opponents getting into our base. Now, I can't use that too aggressively. I can't leave our base. You can see I even get kicked back. Yeah, we can't leave the base. We have to stay within our area. If we go out of here, then that's illegal. We go to jail. All right, let's come in here and build our next building. So let's build a Moonshrine. There we go. This is now our next building. We can also upgrade this, which sounds cool. I'm gonna go ahead and generally just build one of each building and then upgrade each of them. And that's just kind of, I like seeing the different units. Is this the most optimal way to play? No, definitely not. But I like it, so I'm gonna keep doing it. Then there's a few other things though. So there are towers here. Every builder, every class has multiple towers that we can choose from. Towers don't just use gold, but they also use lumber. Now we get lumber whenever we build a building. So you can see we currently have 365 lumber. If I were to upgrade this, which we will do next, then we are also going to get, I think, an equivalent amount of lumber. which is really good because we can then use that lumber for these buildings over here. So we get, for example, the Silver Glade, which blesses everything around a random friendly unit that is attacked. Blessed units regain 175 health, 50 mana, and plus 6 armor for 6 seconds. Can't bless units that are currently blessed. So this will just kind of like apply a buff every once in a while. Build Obelisk of Wilderness, which gives us another blessing with magic resistance and damage reduction and so on. So we can kind of get some value out of that. All right, let's upgrade this. And you can see 210 gold went into it, and now we got ourselves plus 210 lumber. We can get the Elune's Lantern. This is just a tower that will attack things. And then finally we get the Starfall Obelisk, which will cost quite a lot of lumber and quite a lot of gold. And is a killing building, so it will attack our opponents and it will attack them globally by casting a spell. And these abilities tend to be very powerful, but of course the structures are really expensive. Then we have a treasure box which we can build. The treasure box will increase how much income we make by quite a bit. 25% is pretty solid. And then finally we get Rescue Strike, which kills everything in an area, pretty large area you can see here. But the problem with the Rescue Strike is that we only get one per game. So we need to be very careful with when we use it. Anyway, I'm saving up for a treasure box. Let's get some. That's a bad idea. We're already being beaten back. Let's go out and build, we can't upgrade this. So let's go out and build a House of Shadows. All right, we can even upgrade that immediately. That sounds kind of fun. And that will build assassins. Well, in the moment it will build royal assassins. Look at that. Here's our Nature's Prophet who's got Mass Entangle. Our Mirana is here with Split Shot. No, we're doing pretty good though. We're definitely hanging in there. So it's a game that's about strategy. You kind of want to build around what your opponents are doing. You want to respond to their builds. You want to have good kind of like patterns on your side as well. You want to make sure that you're spending your resources effectively. And yeah, the mode has some problems. This game, this style of game has always had an issue. Where honestly speaking, oftentimes it just kind of comes down to who gets a bit lucky early, who builds the right units early. And then you can tend to just be able to keep up pressure until you win the game. But I think that might also have something to do with us just being a little inexperienced with it, right? So, you know, maybe as we were to get better, as we play more of the game, that would go away a bit and it would feel a bit more back and forth, a bit more balanced. Although just a second ago we had a really long game. Then finally, you don't win this game mode by winning just one fight. You need to win a best of 3. So don't leave after the first match. That's a problem we had before, where people immediately left because they thought the game was over. No, not quite. So now we've got the Scorched Mansion, which builds an Avatar of Vengeance, which has a whole bunch of abilities. Look at that, that's crazy. Yeah, we're doing pretty well. Now our opponents have now used their Rescue Strike. So they killed a bunch of our units. Rescue Strike always kills everything. It's completely indiscriminatory there and will take down anything our opponents have. And that's pretty powerful. Okay, do we save up 650 gold for the Starfall Obelisk? We have enough lumber. I kind of want to build it. I want to see what the legendary thing is about. And I mean, right now, we are doing fine. We've got pretty good income. We have a lot of units spawning, right? We have the Spectre now. Look at how many abilities she got. Ooh, that is crazy. Yeah. So maybe we can immediately save up for our legendary building here. I mean, we do have other legendary options as well, right? We could, for example, upgrade this, if I can click on it, upgrade this Hunter's Hole, Ranger's Hole into an Amazon's Hole, which sounds good. Multi-shot, 7 targets, that's very powerful. You can also see that there are damage types, right? So we have pierce damage types. We have this right here would have pierce damage type and light armor type. So this right here, well, let's check here, right? Armor type light, which takes more damage from pierce, and pierce, which deals more damage to light, but it deals less damage than, for example, to heavy. But heavy takes more damage from magic. That's why I personally just kind of like building all of the stuff once, because if you have all of the stuff once, you're kind of covering all of the bases. Just kind of making sure that you know what's going on. This is definitely something that's a bit more advanced, where you need to play the game more to kind of have a good understanding when to counter what units. Alright, we built ourselves a Starfall Obelisk. Starfall Obelisk has a mana regeneration here, as you can see. Takes 35 mana to then cast this Starfall ability, which lasts 10 seconds, dealing 50 DPS spell damage. And that's going to be particularly good against these Axe Masters, who are heavy armor, so if we can do some magic there, I'm hoping that'll be pretty good. I'm actually not sure if that's exactly how it works, but I'm just kind of optimistic a little bit. Okay, that used up all of our lumber, so we don't really have anything else to do other than to just... Ooh, okay, glad that didn't use our... There it is. I think that's our Starfall, yeah. Alright, it's not that impressive because there aren't that many units here. Because it seems we are doing quite well. Let me build this right here. Fountain of Wonders. This now spawns a fairy dragon. That's cool. I mean, we need to just go back to building regular buildings since we don't have any lumber. And that's really the only thing you can buy with gold. There's no way to get a second cheese as far as I'm aware. And then there are also these right here. So this is the shop where you can come in and you can buy items, which are basically just like passive buffs. Some of them are passive and will last a long time, and some of them are, I guess, sort of active. They activate the moment you buy them, and then they last for a limited period. Right, for example, this right here will increase the movement speed of everything and attack speed just permanently. But this right here will give us double damage for 30 seconds. This right here is a scroll that we can use to heal stuff. This repairs nearby buildings, and we already got a blast staff. You know what, I'm gonna buy a second one. These might be handy, might not be handy. You can buy cheese in the castle. Can I? Where? Oh yeah, down there. You're right, you can buy more cheese. Look at that. It's totally down there, I'm blind. Yes, so it turns out you can buy more cheese. Very good. Very good. So we can't upgrade the Fountain of Wonders. I'm gonna go ahead and build this right here. This is gonna be a siege unit. Siege units are particularly good against buildings. So if you ever manage to get them into the opponent's base, they will quickly take down what they've got. And that's generally like kind of the sign that you've won the game once you start breaking down their buildings, because at that stage it becomes very difficult for them to recover. Although it seems right now we're doing just fine anyway. Our big tower is already doing a ton of work. So that's good, that's good. Energy tower. Oh, okay. So they build a defensive tower here to try and fight back, but seems this might just be going down before it really gets to do much. And I feel confident that we're gonna take this first round. We can even have a little bit of fun maybe. What if we buy some double damage for a little while? Huh, should we? Yeah, why not? Let's go. Alright, we spent 600 gold on double damage. This may be a bad idea. If we don't manage to close out the game now, then it is a terrible idea. But I think we'll be fine, because our opponents did already use their second rescue strike as well. And with the double damage, we are now kind of crushing everything they've got going on, right? Like, easily take down their stuff.
Hello, I am Warlock, and I enchant you to leave a like on the video. Thank you very much.
I like Castle Fight. I liked Nexus Wars. I liked For the King Beacon Fire. I played this game mode in Warcraft 3. That was one of the modes that I was playing back then, and honestly, I always thought it was pretty neat. So hey, we take the first round, that's very good, and now we go into the second round. Again, it's a best of 3, so we'll see if we can close this one out. We'll random again. Skywrath Mage. Okay, I have no idea what this is. Archery range. I guess we'll build that. Again, it's about being fast. I hope I'm fast. That was not... Yeah, alright, nice. First, get myself those 20 bonus gold. So I can build a duck? Is that a duck? I thought we are a chicken. Oh, close enough. Anyway. Skywrath Mage W. Okay, alright. Well, I guess we're not building the W because Sunrise thinks it might crash things. Who knows? We get ourselves a little archer here. She's got headshot, she's got evasion, so that's pretty powerful. And it's nice because Sunrise built more frontline units, so we've got some good synergy there. Oh, we're going up against double chaos. Okay, I think we want to be aggressive. Let's try to be as quick in our killing them as we can. So chaos in particular is a bit scary, because chaos has one specific thing that I'm worried about. They have this endgame tower that what it does is just straight up kill an opposing building, right? It's got a cooldown, and once it hits, it just shoots one of your buildings and kills it on the spot. And while that by itself, not necessarily the most devastating thing, honestly, it just kind of like wears you down, right? It's guaranteed base damage. Every once in a while, one of your things pop. And it means that you basically have to fill up your base with bad buildings, with weaker buildings, hoping that they get hit. But then you get unlucky, one of your expensive, more powerful buildings gets hit. It's just something that can be a big problem pretty quickly. So we need to find if we can get anywhere, if we can find a legendary building that isn't this. Whenever an allied unit dies, there's a 25% chance the unit will revive after 2 seconds, cannot revive legendary units, does not stack, has a cooldown of 1.5 seconds. That's pretty good as well, that seems very powerful. Right now we're doing good, we're keeping up the pressure. Yeah, this is just such a good synergy, right? We've got the defender, we've got our master archer, they are doing good. Now piercing damage, unarmored, okay, unarmored is a good armor type, we don't need to worry so much, but this is medium. Okay, good. They looked heavy, so I was worried it might be heavy. We'll get the Hall of Honor. We'll see if we can maybe get ourselves some cool upgrades there. Also, Calevra421, thank you so much for the 16 months, my friend. I really appreciate it. That's very nice of you. What else do we have? Arcane Tower, which is just a tower, so it's a defensive building. Obelisk of Light shoots a beam of light at a random unit dealing 160 damage to it. That's pretty good. And support building ability Hex turns a random enemy unit into a sheep for 45 seconds. Now this one really comes down to the cooldown on it. I kind of want to rush this though. Like honestly, this seems excellent. If we can just like, particularly early on. Because there's not gonna be that many units, and if we shoot them for 160 damage each, and this building is not that expensive, I think I'm gonna try to get one of those down quickly. Also, right now we're doing good damage. Against Chaos, yeah. Chaos units, they're pretty strong, but they're also kind of expensive. So, you know, that's something there. But most importantly, again, they've got that really, really spooky late game tower. I don't even know if it's necessarily good. it's just something where it makes the game feel a bit inevitable, you know? Like there's not much you can do to prevent that from happening. So yeah, this will shoot every 5 seconds. That is pretty good. Right? Every 5 seconds, 160 damage. That is excellent. Yeah. Okay, they haven't used the rescue strike yet. They're holding back on that. I want to upgrade this into the Hall of the Eldest, which will give us a strong frontliner with critical strike, evasion, spell resistance. Look at how many abilities that is. That's kind of crazy. I'm guessing that the Skywrath mages, maybe they specialize in having a lot of abilities. Alright, you guys gotta do a rescue strike. Your building is looking unhealthy. Yeah, there you go. There you go, my friends. Don't get cocky. Alright, we've got a lot of units in your base right now. Okay, we'll wait until we can upgrade this. And this is actually really good timing because we're just about to spawn on a unit and then immediately upgrading it. So that means we're not really wasting any time there. Okay, cool. And then I think, do I just build another Obelisk of Light? These seem so good. They seem so freaking good. I mean, they're a bit gold inefficient. We're not gonna get that many, we're not gonna get that much income out of it, but they get us a bunch of kills, and that's extra money too. So who knows? But sure, let's just build more Obelisks of Light. Just shoot more lasers. I mean, eventually that's gonna chip him down. And it's, in a way, maybe giving us a bit of a buffer of buildings. Because I'm a bit worried about, you know, their inevitability there. But the thing is that as much as that really powerful building is really scary, that destruction-based building, it is also very expensive. So it's gonna take them a while to get there. Okay. Oh, they've got an Infernal. That's a pretty expensive unit as well. So we've got 2 of these towers now. We need to build more buildings, but that's okay. These are chipping. And I think they're chipping pretty aggressively now. With 2 of them, yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. That adds up quickly. That adds up very, very quickly. Oh no, they've got dragons. Alright, what do we have? This is a flying unit, alright. Damages and stuns air units. Okay, that seems like a good one to get. That seems like it would be pretty effective. Because we need to deal with these dragons. Dragons tend to be scary because they have good stats. And very importantly, they have splash damage pretty frequently. And splash damage is, I think, obviously gonna be very powerful. Alright, now they are pressuring our side. Ideally, we can hold this off without using a rescue strike. That's always the important thing, right? Like, oh no. Okay, that's unlucky. They targeted down one of Sunrise's buildings right away. Yeah. That's not good. That's not good. Okay, I am now training Dragon Hawk Riders, which should be pretty good at dealing with the dragons, I hope. Because they have an ability that's specifically dedicated to dealing with dragons. But we'll see. I need to build another building. Blood Elf Academy, magic damage. Bouncing attack, fairy fire, -6 armor. Okay, well, I think a bouncing attack, some AoE seems good. That doesn't strike me as too bad. I do need to just build more stuff though. Yeah, there you go. That's the stun. That's our Skywrath mage here with the solar strike. Oh, although it seems they're not that strong against anything that isn't flying. Oh dear. Just kind of disappeared. Alright, throw this down. Yeah, these guys have a lot of HP. These as well, 1600 health. Oh no. The chaos damage, that means they deal full damage against everything. No! Okay, that's it. They got us. They got us. So that's what just happened. They have the building now, they have the fancy building. And they just sniped one of mine. Which means I just lost a lot of money and there's really nothing I can do. Right? That's just permanently lost income. Rescue strike, I mean, we gotta do something, but to be honest, our hopes are not so good, not so high. I gotta fill up my side of the map a little bit with some cheaper buildings. Try and like flood this a bit. I mean, admittedly, these guys have a stun. Right? So like, maybe if I get enough of them, we can do something with that. But who knows? Alright, there's the dragons. And we're actually doing okay against the dragons. Yeah. And now we are moving in. Now we're doing some damage. I'm just gonna spam Wind Rangers. Just keep getting me these guys. God. They really just... No! Oh dear. Oh, they took another one. Yeah. I mean, it cost them a lot of money to build that, because they were applying so much pressure on us already, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna be forced to spam these guys and hope that that somehow does things. I mean, again, they do have a stun. So if there's just a lot of Wind Rangers, in theory, that should do some, you know, good harassment there. But didn't get a headshot, unfortunately. No, one of my towers died. See what I mean? See what I mean? That is Just terrifying. I think Sunrise also already lost something. Did they build 2 of them? Oh no. Well, we've used both of our rescue strikes already. I think we're headed into a game 3, to be honest. I don't know what else we can do. Lost my big frontline unit. Oh no. Yeah, I mean well, I lost one of the cheaper ones. Bring them ducks back, because that's all I'm building now. But to be honest, I think only building ducks is unlikely to give us a victory. Only building ducks isn't gonna get us there, is it? Alright, let's repair our base to the best of our ability. But I'm thinking we need to plan for the next match. These guys are just huge. Look at these infernals. 1600 health is kind of crazy. And they do so much base damage because they deal chaos damage, right? And chaos damage passes. Like, kind of ignores armor. It's just 100% damage against anything. Alright then. Okay. Yeah, the Infernals and the Death Building. Yeah, Chaos Builder is strong. Chaos Builder is powerful. Okay. Alright then. Time for round 3. Let's see if we can maybe pull off a victory here. I'm just gonna random again. Ah, okay, we're playing the Elemental Builder. The Elemental Builder has... Wait, no, we're playing the Corrupted Builder? Okay, alright, I guess we're playing this guy then. Thought we were playing something else, but cool, that's fine too. So don't know what this guy does, never played him. Oh, we have access to an immediate legendary here. That's funny. We have the exact right amount of lumber. And we would just need to save up 500 gold. And then we gain the Corrupted Ancient of Annihilation. Right now we are building Corrupted Treants. So what else do we have? This one doesn't have a tooltip. Void Portal. Okay, this does some stuff. Never Ancients. This is our flying unit. This one has a haste aura. Movement speed is always nice. It means we can back our units up quicker. Hell's Gate. Can't attack. He has a siege trainer. And then we've got Demonic Statue. Splash damage. Chaos. 530 range. Armor medium. That's great. That seems very powerful. Our legendary building. Gaze of Corruption. Lowers the armor of all enemies by 6. Effect does not stack. That is broken. Like, our units have 5 armor. Yeah, I'm guessing most things have like armor values in that range. So that's crazy, crazy good. I can already tell you that. Okay, problem. Flying units, our dudes can't attack flying units. So we're currently just kind of getting beaten up by flying units. We're gonna need to build something that's ranged. So let's get ourselves these guys. But yeah, honestly, reducing armor by 6 is game breaking. Like, it is gonna be so much extra damage. What else do we have? Just a tower that does some damage. Build Forgotten One. Ability Tentacle Prison. Creates 6 aggressive tentacles around a random enemy unit. Raised tentacles have a lesser critical strike. And Well of Pain deals 200 damage to a random enemy. That seems good. That's similar to the laser we had. Although the laser didn't really do that well, so maybe I shouldn't be so enthusiastic about it. I don't know, I just liked the laser. It was fun. I mean, we did get wrecked just a tad little bit, but I still enjoyed the laser for what it was worth. Does minus armor amplify damage if it's below 0? Yes, yes, yes. Although generally speaking, minus armor is one of those things where it's really, really effective if you get opponents to 0 armor. Anything past 0 armor, little unnecessary. Like, that's when minus armor starts being not the most efficient thing you can do. But it's definitely not bad either. It's still gonna be good. Alright, let's upgrade this. And do we want to try out one of these Wells of Pain? I don't know. Maybe I need to build more units. Maybe we need to build more units, but the towers, they're just not as effective in terms of income. That's like the problem with them. Minutely, I don't know, our lasers did okay. No, they didn't do okay. We got completely destroyed. And the question, of course, is the Chaos Knight, like, overpowered? I don't think so. I think it's way too early for us to make any judgment calls like that. But we did sure get wrecked by it.
Meant to be.
Alright, so we now spawn the Void Keepers here. They have Incinerate plus 7 damage per hit. How does this work? If the target dies, it explodes, dealing 80 spell damage to enemies. So every time it attacks, it just gets permanent 7 bonus damage? Is that it? No? Oh, it's a debuff. I'm guessing. Interesting. Okay. Let's build a Well of Pain. There we go. Let's see what this is. It's got a cooldown... Okay, of 6 seconds. Interesting. I could stop this from autocasting. And, like, let it queue up. And it's an AoE. Huh. Interesting. So this one has a few more options. Right? The one we had before was fairly straightforward. But this one feels like it's got more options. Or is that was that an AoE, or was that just a matter of my, Eidolon here doing an AoE hit? That could also have been the case. I'm a little unsure. Well, for now, let's go ahead and save up some more cash and build another building, right? Want to get ourselves something else going on there. So what I can do now is I can stop this from casting. And basically just let it queue up a bit of mana pool. And then whenever I feel like we want to use it, like we will get the most value out of it, I can then have it attack multiple times like this. That's kind of cool, isn't it? Interesting. Very, very interesting. So what do we save up for? Haste Aura, Never Drake. Maybe get a Drake. Why not? That seems okay. And we can even upgrade it. There we go. Let's do this. But it just has like a few more options in its playstyle, right? Like right now, do we really need it? I mean, we want to use it just so we don't waste our mana. It is not AoE. I think the only reason why I thought it was AoE is because we got our hit out at like a very specific moment that made it seem like AoE. But there was a different AoE happening. It is not AoE. But okay, so right now our opponents are pushing in. So I can just shoot a bunch of these all at once. And I don't know actually how much utility that really adds. It's like one of those things where it's like kind of cool to think about, but like honestly, is it maybe not just better to just like have it be shooting? Right? Like why would I even really save it? But okay, anyway. Do I want to get this Eye of Corruption? You know what? I think I want to play a bit more aggressively. I'm gonna build this, the Corrupted Ancient of Annihilation. Instead of building like the really big one, like building this tower. I'm gonna see if I can get like a bit more early pressure going by building a quick, fast legendary. It's interesting, isn't it? Like this is a mode where, I don't know, I get a lot of enjoyment out of playing games where I feel like I have to solve the puzzle, right? I love learning games. I think that's really cool. That's really interesting. Unfortunately, sometimes after you finish learning a game, you come to the conclusion that, oh, maybe this wasn't really worth learning. But it's still fun to have done it, right? And here we go. Let's get ourselves this. So we get ourselves the legendary here. Ooh, yeah, unfortunately, that rescue strike came out already. I build all the way in the back so that our main building gets attacked instead. They might steal your big unit. So our opponents, they have a tower that steals a unit, but it can't steal legendary units, so it will not do that. Alright, this is a legendary unit, it can't be stolen. So we don't need to worry about that, we'll be fine. Okay, we have 45 income. It might be time to build a treasure box. Because it seems like this game might take a little while. You know, it's just kind of trucking along a little bit. And we want to make sure that we're keeping up in economy. So let's get ourselves this. And there it is. Yes, that's my boy. Look at him. Yeah. He got Thanos spikes. Oh, it's a stun. It's just impale, right? Yeah. 250 damage. 3.5 stun duration. He's got cleave. He's got critical strike. Lowers the attack of units he hits. Oh no, his attack speed is really slow. Is it? No. He just wasn't attacking for a moment. Okay, we're fine now. Alright, good. Oh, yes. Now we are applying pressure. Look at him go. That's sick. What's his cooldown? How often do they spawn? Every 52 seconds. So it takes a little while to get him going on, but that's still fine. I'm pretty happy to just have him. I'm gonna build a second treasure chest. You can build multiple. They become like diminishingly worse, but I think 2 is probably fine just to kind of like make sure I get a bunch of money right now. Right now we have 70 income, which seems kind of great. Okay, next up, we have the Drake. Let's just make sure we have built all of our units once, and then we can figure things out from there. There's a second tree and waltzing in. Yeah, I don't know if our opponents can really fight into 2 of these. Right? They are just incredibly difficult to kill. Damn. Oh, maybe that's what you do. You apply early pressure with these fast upgrades. I mean, honestly, that was kind of my plan in the last game as well against the Chaos Gang, I suppose. But I just didn't know what I had to build to get there, and I didn't find it. So it's a little unfortunate, but that's okay. They used a rescue strike. Oh, I can upgrade this. Also has a detonate thing and a line damage thing. Hey, I mean, I might as well, right? They used the rescue strike, but we're still getting in there. Good. I guess that rescue strike wasn't the most well placed. Oh yeah, our opponents are having a hard time. They have these buildings, which are another kind of like slower building that just aims to kind of take control over the game in the long run by dominating our units. Like, it steals a unit every 27 seconds. But I don't really care about that, because I have one unit I care about, and you can't steal that. The Treant is legendary. You cannot steal legendary units. They have legendary spell protection. So, yeah. I think we're fine. I think we may have gotten them. Look at that. That was a smart play. Well, it's not over yet. Let's not get too optimistic. Honestly, the game against the Chaoses, the Chaos Knights, also looked pretty good for us, right up until the point where we just got destroyed. So, let's build a demonic statue. And now we have we need 1350 to build this, but we already used our cheese, so we'll have to buy a cheese first. That's not gonna happen. Let's just use our resources instead. I would like to build a forgotten one. That sounds kind of fun. Alright, it spawns a bunch of tentacles. I mean, who isn't excited about that? Now we're coming in here. Doing quite a lot of damage. Yeah, go get him, laser. Oh no! Oh, okay. It paused for a second. I was worried that it crashed. So, it crashed once yesterday, but the game mode got patched since then, and it hasn't crashed. So I don't know if I need to give you a warning that the game mode might crash, but that was a little weird and a little spooky. So this right here, it spawns the plague wards. That's actually a pretty fun effect. I've seen that one a few times. Wait a second. I'll come up in a moment. And there it is. It spawns a bunch of plague wards. I mean, they're not too bad. They're not crazy powerful either, but that's okay. Alright, spawn another one of these. Oh, that was the stun tower. Okay, but you gotta forgive me. That looked quite a lot like one of those freeze frames we get when things are about to crash. that makes sense. They have a building that stuns our stuff. Okay, that's cool. But, yeah, I mean, it did kind of look like it. Alright, I'm just gonna kind of build a few more demonic statues. I mean, they're expensive, and it's these right here, isn't it? This is what we're summoning? Overtake. 10% chance on each attack to take control of the attack unit. Does not affect legendary units. Cooldown for 1 second per 100 health of the attack unit. So these guys, they might just steal their units as well. But it doesn't matter, because we get a clean win. Look at that. Nice and easy. Not a problem. So, that is Castle Fight 2. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I like this game mode. I had some fun with it. I hope you guys had some fun with it too. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.